Welcome to Grapple FK, everyone. Excuse me lying down. I've been picking people up and slamming them on the floor, so I've put my back out. Yeah, we're covering Vettori v Holland, which is Saturday, April the 10th. And yeah, so Holland is a late replacement, as well, kind of a late replacement, I guess. Vettori was meant to fight Till, but Till broke his collarbone. Remind me again, Andrew. Did he break his collarbone?
Yeah, it's collarbone. Yeah, it's collarbone.
Oh, that's a nasty one.
Is it? If you're a pussy, Walid.
Nah, it's still a pretty nasty one.
It's a very common injury, though. A lot of rugby players break their collarbones. I don't think it's too bad, to be honest.
How long will he be out for? What? 4 months? Maybe 5 months?
Not sure. Probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Holland stepped in. Holland obviously didn't have the best performance in his last fight against Brunson. But in terms of styles, I think Marvin's been known as the kind of aggressive slugger, historically speaking. But he's also pretty good at grappling, and he's good at clinch work. He's quite strong. In terms of striking, again, he's very aggressive. His boxing seems decent. He seems like a well-rounded fighter to me overall. And Holland, I think, is basically a pretty good striker. Have I got it right there, Andrew? What else do you think?
Yeah, Vittori's good. I've liked Vettori for a long time. You know, simply because he's a big, rough dude, loves to fight, comes forward and just throws bombs at you. He's got more sophisticated with his striking recently, in terms of entering range. He'll throw feints, he'll throw a double jab to get into range, and when he's on the inside, he'll fuck you up. And it's just nice. He's got nice countering. He tends to only have one counter, which is the lean back. You lean back, then you counter with a right hand or something. What I really like about Vettori is that every time he leans back or slips, he counters straight away with big, massive shots. And that's very difficult to deal with if you're fighting somebody like Vettori. Combine that with the forward pressure, constantly pushing the pace. And he's just a really good fighter. He's got power, throws a lot of volume. And as you said, his grappling, I think, has certainly improved in that Jack Hermanson fight when he was on top. Crucial, differentiator there being on top. He looked really good. He was defending submissions, decent top game against Hermanson. That said, had he been on the bottom, it could be a very different picture. But yeah, you're right. He's a very solid, well-rounded fighter, and I like him a lot.
I'm surprised not to see any KOs or TKOs in his record because he hits quite hard.
He does. This is a thing I've mentioned a few times. He's obviously a very powerful guy, but he's not a precision guy. To knock people out, you need to land clean. And Vettori's the kind of guy, he'll hit you hard, but he's not necessarily hitting you flush. And that's what you need to knock people out. It's the same kind of thing like Mike Perry. Mike Perry hits hard, but he's not knocking people out.
Mike Perry's got a few TKOs and KOs on his record, though.
But you see what I mean, though. It's that there's that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mike there's
Perry's
a type.
Got more of a one-punch shot KO strength though than Vettori.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Put someone out with one right hand, which is probably why he's KO'd people before.
Yeah, Mike Perry may not be the best example, but like Rafael Fiziev.
Yeah,
hits really hard. He'll knock you all over the place, but he's not necessarily knocking you out with one punch.
Yeah, but yeah, and then Holland does. Oh, he had that unusual finish against Souza, which was quite weird. And then he's got a few other finishes against guys. The one hole I see in Holland's game is obviously, and it's been further exposed by Brunson now, is his grappling. It's great. I mean, He's okay, I think. But...
What, Wally? Can you sort out your laptop positioning because you're covering the mic?
Oh, am I? Sorry.
Yeah, that's better. There we go.
Okay. No, I was just saying that Holland is. He's not great. He's not a great overall MMA grappler. His wrestling's weak.
Is it though?
I think it is. Yeah, I think he's been exposed now. His takedown defense is not there. He's happy to go to the ground too often.
He gets taken down way too easily.
Darren Stewart took him down, dude.
Yeah, so he's got no takedown defense.
Yeah.
But when he's on the ground, he's attacking, creative submissions. He's not necessarily getting many of them, but he's got decent jiu-jitsu. The issue is, as I've said to you before, he's far too happy being on his back, as a lot of gi players are. They get on their back, they get something in their guard, and they think they're safe. And in jiu-jitsu, you are safe, but you cannot take that into MMA because you get absolutely fucked up.
Especially against someone like Marvin Vettori, who's incredibly aggressive. If he gets him in that position, he'll just rain down bombs.
But the thing is, can Vettori get him in that position?
What, can Vettori get him down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can. Yeah.
I mean, Vittori's taken down Israel Adesanya early on in Adesanya's UFC career. Yeah. He's taken down Carl Roberson and subbed him, to be fair. He took down Cesar Ferreira. I was actually taking down a lot of people.
Yeah, Vettori can get him down, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Kevon will probably just fucking accept it as well.
That's the thing, yeah. He accepted against Brunson. I mean, should we talk about that fight? Because that is a key theme.
That was a very, very odd fight. And I mean, Kevon had his moments on the feet. He tagged Brunson in on a few occasions, but
he nearly finished it.
Yeah, he didn't follow the game plan. His corner team seemed very weird as well. They weren't really giving him clear instructions. I really don't know what went on in that fight. I think maybe I don't know. Maybe it's maybe I have no idea, but I think all of that talking and stuff in that fight was probably a safety mechanism for him, in that he probably wasn't ready for that stage.
Not psychologically ready.
Yeah, not psychologically ready. Yeah, and this fight will be in front of fans. The arena sold out, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet on Brunson to win because there's value on Brunson.
Yeah.
But Holland should have won that fight against Brunson. He should have won it. So the skill set is not lacking there. Yes, he's got poor takedown defense, but the striking places him in a pretty elite level, in my opinion. And yeah, he choked against Brunson. But now that he's kind of done that, I just get a sense that he won't fuck this one up,
It's quite like, when was the Brunson fight? It only happened a few weeks ago, right?
2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, how much improvement can you make in a few weeks?
Well, this is the thing. So if Holland, if I put on my psychologist hat, Holland has the biggest fight of his career. If he beats Brunson, who's like number 5 or 6 or whatever he was, then he's certified elite. He has one more fight, then he's got a shot at the title. A huge moment for him. If he's got whatever issues going on in the back of his mind, he's going to self-sabotage himself.
Yeah.
This is not the same fight.
If it beats him, he goes number 5, right? So it's still a pretty big fight.
Yeah, and he could completely choke on this one as well.
Yeah.
I just don't think he will necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, forget about the choking stuff. Do you think on paper, if this was in any other scenario, do you think Holland would beat Vettori?
It's close. It's really close. On balance, yes, I do. And we'll talk about the odds later.
Mm.
But a key theme is of this fight in terms of the odds is Kevin Holland fucking this up, which has skewed the odds basically.
Yeah.
But where Kevin Holland is better is on the feet. He's longer. He's got power. He's got a lot of power for a longer, skinnier guy. He uses that reach really, really well. It's a diverse attack, and it's just difficult to deal with. And he's defeated big, rough, strong guys before. In Darren Stewart, in Joaquin Buckley, and I think somebody else I can't quite remember. And we
Yeah,
saw
but
what he did to
this is a
Brunson
different
on the
level,
feet.
right? This is a different level, though.
It is.
Like, as a Vettori's beaten, who's he beaten recently? He's beaten Hermansen. That was a very good performance, in my opinion. And what, Hermansen's number 6 or 7 or 8?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's not like Vettori's smashing big names all over the place, though. I mean, Andrew Sanchez, that's not a great win.
He's not. No, I mean the biggest names on his CV are Jack Hermansen and Israel Adesanya, which was a close fight, but that was quite early in Israel Adesanya's career. Um, Thing is, the guy doesn't get KO. He's got a very good chin as well. Holland does too, to be fair. He's got a good chin too. Um, he's got quite a few subs on his record. Well, 2.
On the feet, how do you think this is going to go?
On the feet, I would give the edge to Holland because Holland is longer and he can keep him at distance, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think this will be. I don't think this will be a pure stand-up fight. I think Marvin's going to incorporate a lot of clinch work and a lot of takedowns as well, MMA grappling in this because I think that would have been the game plan against Darren Till. I don't think Marvin Vettori would have wanted to go into the Till fight and have a bang out with Till, given that Till is a very very good, very very good Muay Thai fighter. So I think this will be. I think Marvin will have the game plan of like getting him tied against the cage, trying to take him down. I'm pretty sure he can take him down, and then once he does take him down, I think although Kevin does throw nice elbows off his back and he attacks submissions and so on, I don't think Marvin will. I don't. Do you think? I don't think I mean, Marvin looks like he's got pretty good jiu-jitsu on the ground.
He does. He does.
Yeah. I don't think Holland can sub him off his back. So I think if Marvin has that game plan and he's able to pull it off, I can see him beating Holland here.
It's possible, but I don't think Marvin will submit Holland.
No, not submit him, but probably just beat him over the duration of the fight, which is what 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, we talk about this scenario quite a lot. In order for that to happen, he's going to have to get takedowns in 3 of the 5 rounds, and he's going to have to get probably at least half the round on the feet, sorry, on the ground, or a bit less, but he needs to dominate that round on the feet.
Yeah,
that's quite a lot to ask. Getting a takedown in 3 rounds, and getting him on the ground, keeping him there for that amount of time is certainly possible. It's doable. And yes, Kevin Holland does have shit takedown defense.
terrible.
But it's difficult to say. I tend to think
way back up. I mean, if you haven't got the ability, well, there's no way he's learned takedown defense in 3 weeks. And also, if you haven't got the ability to try and get back up from a takedown and you just kind of close your legs and attack submissions, then you're not learning it in 3 weeks. So
Yeah,
if you start to pick it down,
this is the thing that drive me nuts in the Brunson fight.
yeah,
He closed his legs. Not only did he close his legs with Brunson in his guard, he locked off a body triangle,
yeah,
which just keeps him in there.
yeah, exactly.
When that's the exact opposite of what you need to be doing. And again, that's that gi jiu-jitsu background. He thinks that's a good thing. He hasn't realized that you can't fucking take that from gi jiu-jitsu into MMA.
And his coaches weren't saying anything as well, which is very odd. They weren't giving him the adjustments to make.
Probably a shit team, yeah. What does he fight? What's his gym?
I can't remember. Joe Rogan actually interviewed his coach with him a few months ago. I mean, they're decent, but they're not known for their wrestling, which is why Holland wants to go and spend some time in AKA.
Yeah, if Holland goes to AKA, he's a monster.
Sorry?
If Holland goes to AKA, then he'll turn into a
because
monster.
he can't be a loudmouth there. Like someone like Cormier or Khabib would just tell him to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
And just get on with it. Yeah. So, and he needs that. He needs someone to pull him aside, give him a few slaps, and say, really focus on this.
What he needs is a confidence boost. All this shit, as you've alluded to, is a self-defense mechanism.
But also someone just to kind of bring him down to earth, and just tell him to. I think he could get that AKA. That they have those kind of characters there that will just. They'll sort him out there. And I think if he adds takedown defense to his game, he will be very dangerous.
Yes.
Very dangerous. Yeah. But this fight, I mean, I don't see what he could have learned in 3 weeks.
Oh, well, nothing.
Well, nothing apart from, and it could be a critical factor, the mental aspect of, I've already fucked this up once, I'm not going to fuck it up again. That could be a huge thing, but.
Yeah. I mean, my psychological theory is that, facing Brunson, he's got, a huge career opportunity and he feels like he doesn't deserve it. Therefore, he self-sabotages and just fucks it up for himself. He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
With this, maybe he feels like he doesn't have that same issue, But that's just pure speculation. So, make of that what you will. But the way I see this going, I think Holland, it'll be competitive on the feet. I think Kevin Holland will dominate him on the feet for the most part, utilising that reach. I think Vettori will probably get us to the ground at some point. I don't think Vettori can finish it on the ground. And I don't think Vettori will necessarily get enough control time on the ground to get the decision. But then, I don't know. I'm guessing here. And I think this is a super close fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very close fight. It's a close fight. I'm leaning more towards Vettori, but there is an avenue for Kevin Holland to win.
I'm leaning towards Holland.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Vettori 60-40-ish maybe, but the odds will affect how I bet because I'm assuming he's a big favourite now.
Well, let's have a look, shall we? So I'm back, Walid. I'm back. So you think Vettori is the favourite, right?
Yeah, he must be, right? He's on a 4-fight win streak.
How was your weekend, by the way, Walid? Get up to anything exciting?
I just trained, mate. I trained and
hurt your back, yeah?
Hurt my back training.
Oh, it's always the way, isn't it? Heavy weekend of training.
Yeah, exactly.
You put your back out. It's.
Well, good. What about yours? The weekend.
Very, very quiet. My sister came round, which was nice. That was it. Worked out outside, did boxing. Because I'm almost a professional boxer now. So.
Really, there you'll be in the amateur ranks soon.
I'm on the cusp of something something great here.
Eddie Hearn will be on the blower.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
For any of our American viewers, blower means
Blowjob.
phone.
Oh,
No.
phone. Sorry, phone.
Andrew doesn't know that because Andrew is posh and middle class. So blower is a East London slang for a phone.
Blower. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get back on track, Walid. So what odds are you giving to Vettori?
Minus 200 maybe.
Try again.
Minus 250.
Try again.
Is it what am I in the right area or am I minus 275?
Keep going. Keep going.
Minus 300.
Keep going.
Really?
Keep going.
Minus 330.
Correct. Minus 333. Yes.
Whoa,
See what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not right. There's something wrong there.
Whoa. So what's Holland minus plus what? Something very small.
What do you think?
It must be 100, right, or less?
No.
150.
Nope.
200.
Nope.
Oh yeah, of course it would be. What the fuck am I thinking? Yeah, it would be like plus 2 something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 240.
What is it? What are the odds for Holland via KO TKO? I'm just wondering now.
What are you thinking as a hedge?
No, I'm just wondering, like, as a single bet, what are the odds for?
Plus 500.
Plus 500. Okay.
Also, one thing to mention, Walid, as we always need to discuss in a 5-round fight, is cardio.
Yeah.
Now, Kevon Holland, I think, has had cardio issues in the past. I think he's fixed those because he looked fresh against Brunson.
Yeah. He was still swinging.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to conserve energy when you're lying on your back.
Exactly. I'm not doing anything.
So, yeah, I mean, take that with a pinch of salt. But even in other fights, I think his cardio looks fine. He's not, a cardio machine by any stretch of the imagination, but he's okay. On the other hand, Vettori has had 5-round fights before, and he's done them. There's a point in rounds 3 or 4, considering that, he really does go for it. He's very aggressive.
Really aggressive, yeah.
He does slow down. And there are periods I've seen where his output falls off a cliff. But then he kind of comes back, and he's still exhausted, but he just kind of pushes through, and he's still landing.
Yeah, a lot of fighters are like that.
Yeah. But that's more heart and aggression than cardio.
I think they'll both be okay with 5 rounds. I don't think they'll. I think they'll get through it. Oh, they can get through it, but I don't know. What's your official prediction?
Kevon Holland via decision.
By decision, okay. And you're gonna what parlay are you putting that in?
I'm not confident enough to put this in any parlay. So for me, this would be an independent bet.
Okay.
And at plus, what did we say? Plus 240. Yeah. Even if you think Vettori is going to win, you have to bet on Holland here.
Yeah, I know it's weird. I might put Vettori in the risky parlay.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah, and then put an individual bet on Kevon Holland. A small individual bet.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to hedge it. But yeah, I might put Vettori. Definitely not in the safe.
No.
Yeah.
Can we wrap this up? Because I want to talk very quickly about some other fights that intrigue me on this card.
Well, what is it? It's Monday today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got Marvin Vettori, but I think it'll be a very close fight. Um, I'm going to put him in the risky parlay and hedge it with a Kevin Holland win, overall win.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to put an individual bet on Kevin Holland. I think this is basically 50, maybe marginally give it to Holland. Whatever your opinion is, you have to go for Holland here because the odds are ridiculous. I think the
Yeah.
odds are impacted too much by him fucking up the Brunson fight. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, these other fights that I really like. Daniel Rodriguez versus Mike Perry.
Oh, Mike Perry's back.
Yes.
Mike Perry, my boy.
Daniel Rodriguez is a pretty good boxer. And yeah, hits hard, aggressive. Really nice. I like it a lot.
And Mike Perry, has Mike Perry got a corner now? Do we have we got an update on that, or is it still his girlfriend?
I'm hoping it's still his girlfriend. Or Darren Till.
Or Darren Till? No, he's out though, right? So
I'd love it if it was Darren Till.
maybe Khabib just turns up, just sits in the seems to be everywhere at the moment. But yeah, what do you think about this?
I really like both of these guys. Let me get up what was I looking at? The odds. So believe it or not, Daniel Rodriguez is a big favorite against Mike Perry. And depending on your point of view, that kind of makes sense or it doesn't. It kind of makes sense if you think Mike Perry has gone on a bit of a downhill skid, not having anywhere to train, having his girlfriend as his corner man. He's now 14-7, which is a bad record. But that said, he's beaten some decent fighters. He's beaten Paul Felder, some other dudes who are good. And he's technically sound. Like, he's got decent boxing. He's aggressive. He hits hard. He's a problem.
Yeah. Very talented. He's just. I don't think he's all there.
Yes.
Like naturally, he's very gifted.
Yeah. I mean, if you just look at that record there, so he's beaten Alex Oliveira, Mickey Gall, Paul Felder. It's a patchy 50-50 record, but he's beaten decent people and he's only lost to decent fighters.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get up Rodriguez's record,
split decision loss to Vicente Luque not too long ago. It looked like a very close fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel Rodriguez coming off a loss to Dalby, but before that he was on a 4-fight win streak, and he's beaten Tim Means, who beat Mike Perry, but MMA math doesn't really work.
But that's not the best, record there, is it?
What? No, he hasn't really beaten any big names.
No. So I mean, Rodriguez is a big favorite, a big favorite. I do wonder if he's going to come into some problems against the higher level of competition here. But then I do really like Rodriguez's boxing.
Yeah, and obviously, Mike Perry's head's all over the place. So, I just want to know if he has a team, if he's been training properly. But
let me Google this.
I should probably follow him on Instagram.
Mike Perry.
He probably doesn't. Who else have we got on this card? Oh, Impa Kasanganai's back.
Yeah, I've already bet on that guy for this card.
Is he fighting?
I can't remember. Oh, Palatnikov. Oh, yeah, I looked into Palatnikov. He fucking sucks.
Okay.
Like, he legit sucks.
Why is he from China? Is that where he trains, or?
Oh, he looks Chinese. I don't know.
He's got a Russian surname. These two are not in the same weight class, are they? They're not in the same weight class. Are these two in the same? Oh, it's the height difference. Yeah, I didn't see that. So Daong Jung is 6 inches taller than this guy.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know anything about these guys.
Same. No, I watched one of William Knight's fights actually. I can't remember who he fought. It's very powerful, but I need to look into this.
Yeah, I mean 5'10" at light heavyweight is he's a brick shithouse.
So we've got Lewis Saldana making his debut against Jordan Griffin.
What?
We need to look into this.
Christ.
Yeah, we need to look into this.
Let me look at the odds for this.
We've got the main man, Jack Shaw, back. Jack Shaw will fuck Hunter Azor up, I think. Why is his record 2-0? He's 13-0. Jack Shaw could win this.
Jack Shaw needs to do some push-ups. That is not a physique of a fighter. Yeah,
he's actually very strong, though. He's a strong guy.
He's got that mountain strength.
He's got that Welsh strength, mate. That Welsh sheep fucking strength.
Yeah. So what's the story with Luis Aldana versus?
I've never heard of this guy, but let's put an asterisk. Oh, I can't even say it. Let's just note this down because
asterisk.
Saldana looks very thin there. Jordan Griffin's been around for a long time. He's an on and off fighter, but as we've seen before on other occasions, someone coming in, from some organization that no one's heard of, making their debut in the UFC against someone who's 1, 3, 4, 5 fights in the UFC, the debutant normally gets fucked up.
Yeah. So
unless they're coming from a big organization.
So Saldana's come through the Contender Series.
Okay, all right.
Finished stumbling the Contender Series. He's got one fight in LFA against a guy who's 10-4. Fought in the Fight Series against a guy who's 20-10. Another fight in Ascendancy FC against someone who's 23-25.
That's a good record. But you need to kind of analyze those records as well, and maybe watch some of the footage of this guy.
Yeah, I mean, my instincts tell me that Saldana is going to get fucked up.
This guy's, look how fucking forward this fight. Dude, the guy who does this website needs to be fired, man. Honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
This guy from Syria as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
Fair play. Does he actually live in Syria?
Probably not. John Makdessi's Lebanese. Canadian Lebanese.
Okay.
He's decent. I've never heard of this guy. I can't even say that. What kind of name is that?
Give it a go, Walid.
Ignacio Bahamondes?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Bahamondes. Yeah. We need to take over operation of this website. We should write to them, Schooler.
I do a similar thing in my current job, and it's really boring, so I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah. Scott Holtzman.
Oh, here's another one.
This Polish dude's a beast.
Yes.
Polish dude's a beast, yeah.
So he had his debut against
the Georgian.
Kutaladze?
Yeah, Kamzat's boy.
Yeah. So Gamrot came into this champion of some other organization, technically excellent.
Yeah, he looked really good.
Fight against Kutaladze, he looked to be the superior technical fighter, but Kutaladze just came forward and was extremely aggressive. I think even though Gamrot outlanded him significantly, I think, but it looked like Kutaladze was winning, and that's what the judges saw. So
Yeah, if that fight was a 5 rounder, Gamrot would have KO'd him probably.
possibly, yeah.
Yeah, because he was coming on very strong at the end.
And Kutulase said he lost the fight.
Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, I lost the fight." Yeah,
but
Holtzman's a
both good
beast as
fighters.
well,
Both
though.
good fighters.
Yeah, Holtzman's a beast. This will be an interesting one.
So what are the odds for this?
I don't know. Maybe let's quickly check the odds.
Yeah, so Gamrot's a big favourite.
Okay.
He's what is he? 4. He's minus 225, which isn't good enough, I don't think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind him for the risky risky parlay.
Okay. All right. Well, and then we've got Jim Miller v. Joe Selecki. Is that
Selecki? Don't know.
Jim Miller, very experienced. Been around forever. Yeah, we need to look into this properly. Then we've got Daniel Rodriguez against Mike Perry, which we've spoken about already. Smiling Sam Alvey's back against Julian Marquez, the Cuban Missile Crisis. What a nickname. Have you looked at this?
I looked at it briefly and dismissed it. I can't remember why. Partly on the basis that Sam Alvey just kind of sucks. And
not that bad. He's very experienced. I mean, if you've had that many fights, you should know how to fight by now. But obviously, he's not. Yeah, I know.
It's one of these fights. I'm not quite sure what he actually does in a fight to win. Well, what's his thing? Like,
yeah, he's been around for a long time as well. We've got Kyle Daukaus, who's
that's an interesting physique there, isn't it?
Yeah, his older brother's a heavyweight, very good heavyweight as well. Against Alias Khab Khizreev. I'm assuming this guy's from Dagestan. Ilyas Khab Khizreev. Who is this guy? The Black Wolf.
The Black Wolf.
It might be Chechen actually, not Dagestani. No, he's from Dagestan.
Well, Topology says Makhachkala.
Yeah, that's the capital of Dagestan.
Is it? Oh, okay. How do you pronounce that?
Fuck! I always fuck this up. Makhachkala? Yeah, Makhachkala. Yeah.
Makhachkala.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makhachkala, Dagestan. So he came through the Contender Series. He choked someone out in round 1. He's Fight Nights Global. That's one of the Borat organizations. Yeah.
So wait. So he beat Palhares. Is that the Palhares who's in the UFC and got banned from the UFC?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, this is him. He was the guy who wouldn't let go when he submitted people, and he just ripped people's elbows in half.
Shit, I remember this dude. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This guy was fucking tapped, man. No wonder why he's fighting out in Moscow. Yeah, because Fight Global is Moscow.
Yeah, no Western organization will have him.
Nah, no way. It would only be like Russia or Serbia or something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we should look at this.
So that's a good win. If you're beating Rusumar Palhares, that's a good win.
Yeah, and then he beats someone in the Contender Series as well with a decent record. Japanese dude. I mean, he was fighting in unknown organizations. So maybe one to watch out for. Eagles MMA as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah, it could be a good one.
Kyle Daukaus, he's all right. Sadiq Yusuf's good. So is Arnold Allen. But Sadiq Yusuf is pretty good.
So Sadiq Youssef is the boxer. Arnold Allen is the grappler, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. But I mean, Sadiq Yusuf,
Am I getting him mixed up with another Allen? I don't know.
you're probably getting mixed up with the Allen from the United States.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Sadiq Yusuf's probably a better overall MMA fighter, but Arnold Allen's more experienced.
So
Sadiq,
Arnold Allen, like he's from the UK. We know nothing about this guy. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's on a 7-fight win streak.
in the UFC.
Yes. At featherweight.
Who's he beaten?
Nick Lentz, Gilbert Melendez, Jordan Rinaldi, Mads Bernal, Makwan Amikani, Yotsin Mesa, Alan Omer.
How the fuck have we not heard of this guy? No, to be fair, I have heard of him. I just didn't realize he was on a 7-fight win streak. That's quite serious.
Yeah.
Like the winner of this fight could kind of probably get like a top 7, top 6 opponent next, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. But this is one that's too close for my liking to bet on.
Yeah, I need to figure out what Arnold Allen does and see how he wins. I know nothing about his game, to be honest.
Yeah. Sadiq Yusuf's just incredibly explosive and he's got decent boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're back to Marvin Vettori v Kevon Holland. It's not a bad card. There's there could be some sleeper fights on this card.
There are a lot of fights, yeah, and a lot of them are quite good.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So getting back to the predictions, I've got Marvin Vettori, but I'm going to put him in the risky parlay and then hedge it with a single bet on Kevon Holland. And then Andrew.
I've got an individual bet on Kevon Holland. I think it's super close, but all the value is with Kevon Holland. Yeah. And I'd probably pick him as a marginal favourite anyway. So
yeah, I agree with that. It's super close, and all the value from Holland here. But we will be covering videos, covering other fights very soon. Hopefully, I'll be back to my feet.
Hope your back gets better, Walid.
Yeah, man.
It's obviously a serious injury that's put you out all weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeping you up at night.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not good, Andrew. It's not good.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, please subscribe, please leave any comments, and we will be covering other fights very shortly. Bye.
Bye.